My name is Andrew Navarro. I am originally from Miami, Florida. I went to Harvard for my undergrad and I studied medieval Middle Eastern history. I worked for the Romney for President campaign. I worked for a financial analyst group for several years, and then I worked for a nonprofit for several years. I realized that law school was probably the best way to help people because you could actually interact one-on-one with people or represent large groups of people. And so I decided to apply for law school. And when I was looking at potential law schools, the moment I saw BYU Law, I had never gone to BYU. I don't really have ties with BYU, but I knew in my heart, I guess I could just say, the spirit told me that I needed to go to BYU Law. One professor that's been a good mentor to me is Professor Eric Jensen. He was a judge advocate general for about 20 some years. He's worked with the Pentagon. He's worked with pretty much every major international corporation and company and state country that exists. You know, he'll talk to you and he'll say, "Oh, next week I got to go to Mongolia and talk to the attorney generals of Mongolia about how to improve relationships with Russia and things like that." And so when you're actually learning these things, you actually are learning from the man who's probably writing the book. Immigration law is probably my favorite class in particular because it taught me not only what the rules and laws of immigration are, but actually just what are the practical applications of that. Immigration for me has been always an important part of just everything in my own life. My parents are immigrants, and so I wanted to learn a little bit more about how to help them. And so in pursuing that, I was able to learn a lot more, not only about how to help just one person, but how to help many people at once. So one of the organizations I really loved working with was the International Center for Law and Religion Studies. And they basically work with people from all over the world, people that are trying to improve basically freedom of religion and belief in other countries. They'll meet with presidents of countries and the Pope and whatnot, and they're the ones that kind of help also create better international relations for the church as well as other countries. So it's a really fascinating organization. After graduation, I will hopefully pass the bar and then go to work at Ballard Spahr. Ballard Spahr is a phenomenal law firm. It's a top 100 law firm and all that fun stuff. It's big law, but the reason why I chose it is because they focus more on pro bono work. So it's got unlimited pro bono hours, and so you can work as much as you possibly can helping others. Honestly, there's nothing like meeting with someone who's having some kind of issue. Maybe it's a domestic abuse issue, and just talking with them and trying to help them overcome those issues. It's the same thing with immigration law. Someone who, they're crying. They think they're going to be deported right now, and they're scared for their lives. And the only thing that they want is just someone to come and help them. And you might have the tools. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But you can at least help that one person. And I think that's what I really want to do as a lawyer, is really just help one person at least.